Hi everybody, my name's Bunny.
And I'm Kay.
And we are
Bitchin' and Eatin'.
And this is
Dinner time. Woo! Today we have Baka burgers.
Which are vegan burgers.
Yes, they are vegan. I'm gonna grab some cheese from under here. We've got Velveeta cheese slices. And the Calvary is here.
I guess I forgot. I
got an extra one.
Yeah, I picked up one too many.
Yeah. So the duck is here, as you can hear.
Everybody loves the duck. It's okay.
Yeah. But basically, all we do. Well, I think she's gonna make sandwiches with hers.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sandwiches with mine.
But me, I just like to throw some cheese, let it melt just a little bit. I've also got some pickles here that I'm going to cut up. Longer round. I say long.
Ooh. If you can't tell, there's a Band-Aid right there. I went and got my Depo shot today. Every 3 months.
Like clockwork.
Yep.
But yes.
It's the pill that keeps on giving.
We've also got some seasoned fries and
homemade tartar sauce.
Yeah, homemade tartar sauce. So why don't you tell them how you make it?
You take mayonnaise, sweet relish or dill relish, and garlic. You mix it together until you think it tastes good.
You can also add mustard if you want. Yes. I'm probably going to get yelled at for putting my fingers right up there in the knife path. Okay. And you put a few slices of pickle on. Just a few.
I think I'm only going to have one sandwich.
Oh.
With 2 burgers.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready for pickle.
I'm almost ready. Hold on.
Okay. Because in the other one we could just like cut up and eat casually. Because you know us, we're casual eaters. Every last drop.
Okay, I'm ready.
There's 1. 2. 3.
That's it.
Oh, I had the small one.
It's okay.
I'll eat it. Mmm. I don't know if you can hear bitchin' mom down there, but she's down there talking to bitchin' dad about work.
I hope nobody heard that because she just said her name.
Well, there you go. It could have been avoided. But okay, I'm gonna have some ketchup on these too.
Oh.
Vegan with the non-vegan.
Oops.
I
don't know what I just...
Pizza. You guys, it is literally like a cheeseburger. I swear to Jeebus Kribus. Why do you have a tiny plate?
Because I forgot.
And these fries, they're seasoned already. They're pre-seasoned. And they're not half bad. I had one a little bit ago. We're going to have to work on getting better lighting than that. Either that or get a top for it, like a cover.
I think there's one out in the garage.
Yeah, because we need like something to like kind of shade it a little.
Oops.
I'm thinking that's what's gonna make our the lighting a little better. Ignore that, you guys. Ignore that. And if you do get the Baka burgers, make sure to get the grilled ones because the grilled ones are the best.
The
Flame broiled.
Yeah.
They literally taste like they just came off of a grill. And it's amazing. It's like just, oh, and we have water.
Hey, you get out of the dog food.
Ducks in the dog food again, you guys.
You have food down here. Your food is right there. See that food?
She's disciplining the duck for eating the dog food.
Down.
Well, he sees
Get
Noodles eating it.
Down.
What? So crunchy. Ooh, look, I got a 2-in-1. Such crunchy, crunchy, crunchy things. I'm gonna crunch again, I know. Tell them about the story about the thing you learned today.
What?
The graveyard.
No. One of my sources who are really into the paranormal that lives here in Grants Pass that I had met off the internet. I think she was from Facebook. She told me a story about a set of 4 kids who roam around the bottom part of a cemetery that is in town and looking for their grandma's grave who had died. I think she said 10 years prior to the children's death, they all died in a car accident. And the story goes, if you encounter the kids and help them find their grandma's grave, they will not follow you home.
Ooh, that's creepy.
But if you encounter the kids and walk away, they will follow you partway home, scaring the shit out of you.
Okay, that's kind of creepy. I'm not going into that graveyard like ever. Because if I see those kids, I'm not going to be able to find their granny ma. I've already had a bad enough encounters with things following me home.
What I'm thinking is, I don't think their grandma is actually buried there. And I think they're just asshole kids.
Either that or they're confused.
Oh, they seem pretty adamant. They walk down the pathway.
But still, they can get, spirits can get confused and a little backwards.
Maybe, I don't know.
Momo? Momo, get out of there. Get out of there.
Sorry about the sounds, guys.
Yeah, I think I told you guys the story before about the night drive and the kid that had dodged out in the front of in the middle of the road and then disappeared.
Momo, you better get out of there.
And then not long later we had an extra passenger.
I have also had an experience in a car, but it was in Rogue River when me and my half-sister, and her husband took a drive through the backcountry where all the people grow pot at. We had drove past this one area where I had, I guess I could say a vision, but it was an older man and a younger woman who had gotten into a car accident, and the girl was drunk, and the older man had died at the scene. Well, this guy in life was not very happy, and in death he was even not happy. He followed us all the ways home, staring at me with these, I don't want to say red, but they were pretty damn shiny. Scared the shit out of me.
When I was younger,
Yes, Mommy?
She has no food, no cooking water. This water is mold.
Hold on, you guys.
we're gonna need to pause this for a bit.
Sorry about that, you guys.
Sorry about that. Anyways, oh, I remember when I was younger, I used to have a lot of paranormal experiences. One time I was riding on the bus and, oh, excuse me, we were stopped for a while, and because of a car accident that had happened, and I don't know if the guy from the accident had passed away, but something had followed me home from that accident. And I remember sitting outside talking to them. I remember, well, I don't remember what gender it was now. I think it was a male. Their face was cut up, and they were wearing like a gray type suit. I think it was a man.
That's what you said in the beginning of the story.
Yeah. But yeah. And I guess he just like disappeared on his own because not long afterwards he like completely vanished. Kind of weird though. Oh, and then you remember the guy on the roof at the school?
I wasn't part of that.
Oh no. It was like a guy in a green suit. When I was younger, he used to follow me around. And I could see him. My younger sister could see him, but Bun Bun here couldn't. My uncle, he kept saying it was his guardian angel watching over me, but I don't know if I wanted to believe it or not. But yeah, he was kind of a weird guy. He used to sit on the roof of the school and talk to me. I guess people thought I was weird. Always made me think of a leprechaun.
That's what I was going to say. You guys kept saying that he looked like a leprechaun. I never really had any experiences at the elementary school. The second one I went to, it was pretty dead. But the first one that I went to, which was from our old house, I remember encountering two younger kids from the neighborhood that had died chasing a ball into it. Hold on. That had chased a ball into the river and had drowned.
Ha no.
I'm sorry. It was just like perfect.
Sounds of the bitch in the house.
Yep. I've already told the story about when I was even younger and the demons. Well, I'm only assuming they're demons because they wanted me to come with them.
They could have been spirits.
You
left the door open while you went pee.
It's kind of disturbing.
Yeah, I could have walked in there and right on him.
It's gross. No, don't even talk about that.
Oh well. Keep going.
But I remember it was 4 teenagers. There were
You
two.
already told the story.
I know, but that was on live stream. A lot of people don't watch the live streams.
Oh.
Anyways, it was 2 males and 2 females, and every day when we would play behind the house, they would call to me wanting me to come with them.
And just a side note, you guys, we did not live in a neighborhood. We lived up on a hill.
Mhm.
Well, we did have neighbors, but they were down the hill.
Mhm. Anyways, they would call to me every day like, "Come on, let's go eat, let's go, you know, let's go to the park or let's go eat pizza." And one day I got curious and decided like, "Hey, yeah, I'll totally come with you." I said, "Just give me a couple minutes," and I started myself down the hill, where I was promptly stopped by my mom and drugged back home. But that didn't stop there. They kept up with their nonsense until I think actually it was even before we moved there. We were still living at Grandma's house,
Mm-hmm.
and the Jeep used to drive by and it'd have weird music. Even when I was in preschool, it used to happen where the Jeep would drive by with the music.
What do you mean weird music?
I don't know. I couldn't explain it. It was like, I know it was loud enough to hear it outside the car. I don't know. But after that, I never saw them again. Mhm.
I don't think I've ever had those kind of experiences.
Except at the house in Arcata.
That was a straight up demon.
So am I. 4
How
of
do
them.
you know?
I'm sure that no spirit would want you to come with them.
Let's see. Did I tell you guys the story about when we used to live in the attic? Well, it's kind of a really big bedroom. All four of us were living up there.
Mm-hmm.
Kay here had her bed in one of the corners of the room over there, and she told me that she kept having nightmares every night.
Mm-hmm.
And I assumed she was lying. So I gave up my bed one night and I slept in hers. And I had this horrific dream to the point where I couldn't even wake myself up out of it.
I had been pretty strong for that. You know? Sleeping in that bed as long as I did.
So I don't really tell anybody this, but well, you guys probably already know because I think we discussed it before, but me and Kay and my mom are all sensitive to ghosts. She's able to talk to them, see them, feel them, hear them. I'm able to see them and hear them and feel them. Kay also. Sometimes she doesn't want to see them because she's scared shitless.
Not completely. They don't scare me anymore.
But I also have a gift that they do not. Since I was in probably 6th or 7th grade, I started getting visited by different, how should I put it? Spirits when I sleep. And people might think I'm crazy. Go ahead, but this is true. The first spirit that ever manifested itself in my sleep was my dead grandma that died when I was very, very young.
Look at me, massacre a pickle. Nobody get the pickle near me. I will massacre it.
The second one was a little girl who used to live in this house who tried to get me to go with her. But unfortunately, I did not. And the warning that I was given when I found out that I had this gift was you do not go with ghosts in your sleep. I unfortunately did go somewhere with one person, but I trusted that person. And there is a picture of a beach. And I will take a picture of that later and put it on Instagram and Facebook. But there is a picture of a beach that belonged to my grandma. And my mom told me that that was her favorite place. And we took a trip into the painting and went to that beach. And in that time, I could feel the sand running through my hands and the warm sun on my face and the sand running through my toes, and it was weird. Unfortunately, this gift does not turn off. Anybody who senses my ability is able to interact with me while I'm sleeping, and that is kind of a bad thing because that means that evil people can come.
I'm not gonna sleep well tonight.
Why?
Because I'm gonna be thinking there's something out there
Like what?
watching me.
Like what? There's nothing here, or I would have already sensed it.
I don't know. I've sensed stuff that you haven't.
That's because they stay away from me.
Like the guy in the window.
I don't think that was a ghost.
Let me
It could have been someone only here for you. And those I would not be able to sense because...
See? You can't sense everything.
I'm able to sense, like, 99.9% of the time because the only 1% is when ghosts are only here for one certain person and they do not, they do not pronounce their visit to everybody except for the person they're here for.
Mm-hmm.
So they're, like, invisible to everybody else.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy though. Didn't scare me. That's the only thing about it. It didn't scare me.
Ouch. That was a pickle.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing I don't like about pickles. And the snoring is Angel.
Mm-hmm. When we don't feed her from the table, she'll sleep and snore and be loud and pickle. What are you staring at?
The wall.
Oh, stop staring at the wall.
Well, as the background from this house was not built until the 40s. Before that, there was a river running through here. There was...
We only assume.
No, I already knew there was a river running through here. There was a lake at one point, a river. Gypsies used to own this land, and then,
It was farmland, too.
yeah, and then it was farmland, and the people who owned this before, had black slaves.
No. Not just that. It was more of a migrant worker thing.
It's kind of funny because I only seen black people.
Mm-mm.
And then there used to be a train that run through here.
Mm-hmm. I remember I used to get woke up by the sound of a train approaching. Like the woo woo. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a train on the other side of the creek and on the other side of the road that runs through. But that's a far away. Woot woot. This one was like in your face. You could feel the whole ground moving.
Mm-hmm.
You can take these.
Oh, the pickles?
They make my teeth cringe.
Okay, you guys, we should end it here because we still have our live stream to do. So thank you for liking,
Commenting,
and subscribing.
and also remember to turn on your notifications, that little bell that's down by our names.
No, it's in our thing, isn't it?
No, it's down by our names. It's the notification bell.
Oh, then it's down below.
And you guys,
somewhere around
here's
here.
the question of the day. What was your guys' creepiest, scariest, or just out of body experience? It can be paranormal, it can be being followed home by somebody. We want to know.
Yes.
Alright, you guys. Bye.